know. Did I put this as an animation stream? Ooh, I did. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna change that. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I didn't change anything. I was like, that looks good enough. Whatever. Okay. I'm gonna change a few things here. Drawing. Story time. I guess I can call it that. Hello. Hello, everybody. And apparently last time I left some links to people that are not here with us right now. Hello, everyone. Okay, I just changed everything. We're good now. Film and animation, yeah, let's change that too. Now we're under entertainment, I guess? Ooh, I don't know. Okay, hello, everyone. How are my friends? How are you, Nina? My fave boy. Hi, Kawaii Taco. Hi, Pink Blushes. Hi, Anime. Oh, that's my phone. Just hello, everybody. How is everybody today? Oh, I texted my mom. Or no, I called my mom, but apparently I didn't text her. I thought I did. No, I'm stupid. I didn't. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. So while I'm texting some friends, because apparently I never saw their messages, I'm gonna tell you what we're doing right now. Today, I'm gonna be drawing some concept designs for a little story thing that I've been thinking of. Maybe I'll make it into an animation. But basically, I thought, look, what if there was like a hospital where people went to die, but like literally they went there to fucking kill themselves. And I was like, yeah, let's do a story where the nurses help people die. That's the whole idea. And it's real pastel and real cute and real depressing. Ah, man. Hi, first comment was yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be drawing. But while I'm drawing, I wanted to like share some stories with you guys and get your opinion on which one I should make a video on, because I have a few in mind, and I feel like you guys would be interested. It's kind of an experimental thing. I don't know if there would be more story times, but I just like, I want to make one. Right now, I think I'm still developing my style as a YouTuber. I really like making stories that stand out on their own, but I feel like I'm not just stuck with it. I can do whatever I want. That's how I feel. And so I'm still just like trying to find out what I feel the best with. I haven't grown up yet. I can still do that. I'm trying to find this damn app where my friend texted me, and I have no freaking idea where it is. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna check it, and I'm gonna start drawing, and I'm gonna start telling my story. I'm good too. Thank you, Nina, for asking. For me, it is 7 p.m. right now. It's a good time to be alive. Yeah. Okay, let me check here what the message is. Yeah, I have a friend who is going to come over, and she had tickets that she left inside one of her boxes. I'm streaming right now, and okay, now you get my undivided attention. I'm right here. Hello. No, this is just how I always sound. I always sound like I'm about to cry. I'm gonna turn on some music for myself. If you want to listen to something, you go ahead. Listen to something that makes you happy. Maybe I'm getting sick because I was trying to record something earlier, and like I kept speeding up what I was saying, and it sounded like I was about to burst into tears. I was like, stop me, stop it. Okay, well, I'm gonna listen to Demi Lovato. I'm gonna listen to La La Land. You guys can listen to whatever you want. Alright. Alright, let's get drawing. Let's get talking about some stories, alright? So I guess I'll start with one that my friend Sina really liked. And so basically when I was in high school. Oh, and I think like at the end of this I might do like a straw poll or something to just see how you guys, what do you guys think? Which one you think I should make into a video. But so yeah, let's start. When I was in high school, I had a teacher, a physics teacher named Mr. B, and he was something. He was something indeed. I don't know how to okay, so Mr. B was basically kind of a psychopath. That's the way that you have to kind of go into this. He was the class that you really loved but really hated at the same time. You go in there and you'd be like, man, can't wait to go into Mr. B's class. Can't wait to have him around, but simultaneously you're thinking, oh god, when is it gonna be over? That's the kind of guy that he was. He's not teaching there anymore, thank god. But also I miss him, you know? That's the kind of guy he was. If you hear something, I think there's dogs outside. But he was quite the case. He was a Haitian guy who taught physics, and on several accounts he was quite the personality. He was the kind of guy that was never ever upset in any way. You would go to his class and it could be fucking storming outside and be like, man, what a lovely day to go outside and play in the rain. That's the kind of guy he was. And then he was just really, really peculiar. Oh, you stopped Titanfall for me. He was a really peculiar guy. So one day we were learning about friction, and Mr. B was a guy that really loved YouTube videos and really loved like talking to us about stuff that shouldn't be allowed in a classroom. Not like sexual or anything, but you know, like he told us once that he went to a concert, and it was like the one time he went to a concert and everyone was like smoking weed except him, and that's why he's never gone to a concert again. You know, that's the kind of guy he was. He would just openly talk to us about the times he went to concerts where everybody smoked weed. But one day we were learning about friction, and so he gave us a YouTube video. He opened a YouTube video where a lady, well, this was multiple people. These were real frickin' people that he was showing us, but they were filling up their gas tanks at like a gas station, and then they would get into their car and then get out, and that friction starts a fire, or like it explodes or something, and these people almost fucking die and shit. And he's like, and that's why you never get into a car after starting to pour it. I'm like, oh, Mr. B, what are you doing? Why are you showing this? I want to see people that almost die. And that wasn't the worst of it, okay? There was a day where we were learning like about gravity, and he was like, oh, you know what? I have the perfect... You know, I think these are all excuses. I think those, like, subjects of the day are all just a ploy for him to show us this particular video that is gonna make us question our existence, question Mr. B's existence, question if he's a sadist or something. But, yeah, it was a day that we learned about gravity, and he was like, you know what's gonna be great for this lesson? Let's watch a video where there's a cat on a really, really tall building that falls off and dies. He showed us a video like that. And then, ooh, this one I think is like the worst of it all, honestly. He showed us like a documentary one day of what happened with Nagasaki and Hiroshima. It was like a movie day. And we were just watching this long documentary. There were a lot of there were survivors on the documentary that talked about it, and they started getting real... Oh, Emily's in there, she knows what I'm talking about. But he had a documentary one day, and he was just... He started laughing at these people that were like really, they were so sad they had to experience all of their family dying inside of these bombings, and they were, you know, yeah, they had tears down their face. They were just so sad, and Mr. fucking B started laughing. He was like, he started laughing at their faces. He was like, I'm sorry, it's their faces. While they were like literally crying on the documentaries. And we had to start laughing out of nervousness, I believe. But that's the kind of teacher Mr. B was. He was just a sadist. He would make you do, he was just a horrible teacher, I'll put that out there, but he was a great personality. You'd go to his class, be like, oh no, we have a test today that he didn't teach us anything about, and we try and coax him into, not making us do the assignments, or maybe not but like, you know, like the tests and stuff, which we clearly did not study enough for, because he didn't give us the proper information to study it enough. And he'd be like, oh, don't worry, you'll do fine. I'm like, Mr. B, please. And the only times that he actually, like, went back and revised those grades, I think, was just, like, if everyone messed up, you know? Then he'd be like, maybe we can retake it. Yeah, Mr. B was quite something. He was a boy. He was quite the teacher. But that's like all I have to say on him. He stopped teaching, thank the Lord. He moved to Seattle, and that's where he resides now, as, I guess, an actual physics professor or something. I don't know, he got out of teaching. I'm quite happy that he got out of teaching, honestly. I don't want another generation to have to deal with that bullshit. But I think he's a great personality. If you met him, you'd love him. He's just like you. He'd never get mad at you. He'd always be really happy. He'd be really sadistic too. I think you'd love him, guys. You'd be great with him. So that's a little story time right there. Yep, that's the kind of guy Mr. B was. Just, hi kids. In my class, we're gonna watch people die. To be fair, I believe that we've only seen, I don't even know. I feel like I've closed my eyes on something else. But I feel like I've only seen a cat die in his class. Hopefully. I don't know. I might have, like, blocked out if he actually showed us somebody dying. He's just that kind of person. We'd always try and get him to not talk about, like, the teaching stuff and instead talk about his life. Because, like, honestly, his life's really interesting. And plus, he's such a bad teacher that, like, we get more information out of him telling us his life stories than teaching us. So it was quite a fun class, but I'm really glad that another generation doesn't have to go through that. That's Mr. B. You got out of his class in time? Emily, please tell me more. In time? What do you mean in time? You gotta let me know. Ooh. So that's just one boy. That's one boy story. Hi, Dan. Yeah, turn on some music. Ooh. There we go. So yeah, I'm just trying to doodle this. It's really hard for me to talk and draw at the same time. Cancel that. But I'm trying my best here. Apparently I can do it a lot, but right now it's escaping me. Hi, Lemon. So let me think, another story. I haven't watched Shaun of the Dead. I'm sorry to hear that, Tech Cub. Let me think, another story. I guess I'll do another high school story. And this was for my senior year. In my senior year, I had this one class that made going to high school worth it. Going to see, my last class of the day made the entire day worth it, basically. And, this class, it was like an AP Lit class, and see, the problem was that everyone in that class was super duper smart, but they freaking sucked at everything literature. They were smart at math and they were smart at science, but like literature was not their strong suit at all, and it wasn't mine either. So I felt quite at home in that class, and it was just filled with a lot of great personalities. I don't know if I should cover their names or not. What? Don't beat her up, Tech Cub. That's horrible. And hello, Little Leaf. We're talking about stories that I've had, or whatever. I don't know what they're called. How you call those? Just life experiences. That's what I'm talking about here. But I'll give you a little perspective on this class. It was one hell of a class. It was awesome. It was me. I was there. That's already enough to cause concern, I guess. The teacher was something, alright. She was a very, like, sarcastic person, and she's the kind of person that, like, if you make her mad, and you can make her mad pretty easily, you can never really tell if it's, like, a joking mad, or if it's not, and then on top of that, if you, like, pull some sort of prank, you're never quite sure if she's gonna laugh at it, or if she's gonna get mad at you. Or at least that's how it felt to me. I don't know. She was great. She was a great person. She was the, butt of our jokes, almost. We would do something stupid, and her face was just hilarious. I loved her facial, I think we all loved her facial expressions, and that's why we were so stupid in her class. We always wanted to get a reaction out of her. It was great. And I didn't get in trouble because everyone's... Aw, okay. Well, Tech, I'm sorry to hear all that. I'm glad you're out of it now. I'm so bad at drawing right now. Hello, Guppy. And hello, Trash. Oh yeah, my lit class was freaking lit. Yum. Yummy class. I'm trying to remember where I left off at. So yeah, so our teacher was basically the whole reason that we kept doing it, though, because her reactions were completely priceless. If we didn't somehow pull something stupid, or at least like 10 times over pull something stupid in this class, then like it wasn't even worth it. It really felt like we could have made a TV show out of that class. You go into there, and by the end of the class, there have at least been 20 jokes pulled. The door has been locked at least once, so the teacher could not come in. It was that kind of class where we just loved being a nuisance. And I'm not quite sure if she loved us or hated us. It was one or the other. Nothing in between. Yeah. But let's talk about some of the students in this class. There was me, and then there was my friend Nadia, who's texting me right now. She says to tell you guys hello. Let me answer. Okay. Yeah. And Nadia, Maddie's sexual encounters with Bunsen Burner Part 1. I actually did get into a sexual encounter yesterday, and it wasn't fun. I wasn't touched. It's okay. But I felt in danger. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But let's continue on this happy topic. So I have a friend named Nadia, and she is like the guardian angel of my friend group. If you had her in your life, you'd be really happy. And if she hated you, then you're screwed, basically. That's how it works. She will kill you on any and all circumstances. Don't hurt her friends. In her tits, she carries every sort of weapon imaginable. I am not kidding. Okay? It might have been against the rules to carry around a switchblade or a knife, but I bet you that somewhere in her tits she stored a weapon. I'm not kidding. Okay, she'd be the type of person that you'd see her carrying around a belt with like a light switch on it, but guess what? It's a taser. No, Dan. I wasn't touched. I'm fine. Oh man, I loved her though. We were besties, and we just sat next to each other in that class. And somewhere at the beginning of that year, we had convinced our teacher that we were gay, and it made me sad because then she wouldn't let us hold hands anymore. I was like, no, because it was a joke one, and I was like, damn, I want to hold her hand. I am not kidding. I am not kidding about this shit. Emily confirms. She's in my friend group. She protects me, and she was the type of person, yeah. She would drink tea. She loves cats. She sews in class, and she kicks ass. That's the kind of person she is. Like, if I had to describe her, she'd be like the kind of feminist that you imagine, the really very like aggressor kind. Except she loves her friends. She loves everything about them. Oh, you said school, not prison. Yep, not prison. That's just the kind of person she is. She likes laughing. She's a very funny boy, but she's also really stupid. So it was great to have her in class. Sorry, Nadia, if you're listening. Your mom has confirmed that you are not the brightest bulb in the chandelier, so it's not my fault if I say this. She protects, she attack. Yeah, Nadia was great. I love her. She's coming to stay with me for a little bit. Oh, you know what? Maybe when she comes over on that day, I could do a stream with her, and you guys can get to know her a little bit. Haha. Sounds like a plan? Sounds like a plan, I think. But yeah, so she was one of the people in a class with me. She just, like, loved joining in on the jokes. We were all really stupid. Every single one of us students was just, we were all idiots. We were all really smart idiots. At the beginning of the year, we decided that preface is how you say it, and there was no changing our minds. And every time our teacher tried to prove us otherwise, we would stick more sticky notes all over her classroom that said preface with a dash in the middle to make sure that she knows exactly how we feel about the topic. So yeah, Nadia is just one of our lovely personalities in this classroom. We had, I guess I'll like change names up, but I don't know if I'll remember them, so I'll just call them by their first letter. I'm trying to remember here. We had a guy I'm gonna call G. I don't remember his real name. Maybe I'll call him Greg, because that's like the only thing that comes up in my head. I really forgot his actual name at this point. And G was like one of the fuckboys, basically. Like a really smart fuckboy, I'd say. And he was like the leader of that like friend group, I guess. And he was really dumb, just like all of us, except he was exceptionally dumb. He really had a good way of finding good ways to piss off the teacher, basically. But here's the thing about him. Somehow, he knows exactly what the fuck Shakespeare means whenever he talks about anything in his plays. We're like, what the fuck? You are such a dumbass, and yet you can just tell us exactly what this shit says. And that's how we felt. We were like, what the hell? He was one of those people that always started shit. And if the teacher was mad, he was the one that somehow made it worse. It was great. Then we had a few students. I'm gonna call one and Dino. Yeah, there you go. That's very close to the real name, so we're just gonna call him Dino. And we had, I forgot the other one's name, V. I'm just gonna call him V. And these two were friends, and they were both dumbasses, except Andino was the bigger dumbass. But like in a cute lost puppy kind of way, where he can't help it. He can't help being a dumbass. That's like how he was born. He was the guy that could never do quite well in that class. He couldn't do anything. He got really low scores all the time, but like nobody ever felt like, haha, he's a dumbass. We all felt like, that's me though. I felt like Andino was like the male version of myself. Me and my friends used to call oranges muffins because my friends saw an orange tree next and they said, oh, look, a muffin tree. Oh, that's great. That's a great story, Tech Cub. Man. I'm trying to think of some instances of these two. So Andino was just, he was just a dumbass, basically. It was just a lost puppy kind of dumbass. But then his friend, V, was more, not really the same kind of dumbass. Everyone in here is a dumbass. They're just different variations of it. And so his friend V was more of the kind that, like, had no sense of what was going on. He'd be the one that, even though the teacher always wanted him to have his phone up, he always forgot and always got caught with it, just, like, right there. He didn't even hide it. He somehow just had it there, right in his face. Or he'd be talking to people next to him. He just, like, was the kind of person that had no sense of what was going on. And Dino, on the other hand, had a sense of, you know, he had the same kind of thing, but it wasn't where it was like a social, like, rule-breaking kind of thing. It was more so, like, you'd give him an assignment and he would not do it at all. Instead, he'd, like, get caught reading the book back, like, it would be upside down in his hands. It was just a class full of great people. Miss that thing. I wish I came back to high school. That'd be the only class I'd want to go back to. I think somewhere... Oh, hello, Momo. Hi, Galaxy. I think somewhere I have, like, a quotes book of all of the shit we've said. But yeah, so that's a little background on that class. But I think, why would I even, like, tell you about the background of this class if there really wasn't a big thing? So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the big thing. And you know what that big thing is? It's our senior prank. I'd say it's a senior prank. It was a little late, but it's fine. And that was, as a really big smart class, we had to annotate some books at the beginning of the year, called The Kite Runner, and we just, like, annotated the crap out of it, basically, because we didn't know how much she wanted us to annotate it, only to find out we didn't really have to do a lot, and so we got, like, screwed over and used so many sticky notes in those things. So, at the end of the year, there was this one day where our teacher had a substitute in, and the other teacher that taught the same subject, she came into our classroom and said, "Hey guys, we have a whole bunch of these Kite Runner books that still have annotations in them, and we really need to take them out so another class can use them, or they can be used for next year." It was one or the other. And she told us that if we did that, we didn't have to work on our assignments for a bit. And we were like, this is an opportunity. You want to know why it was an opportunity, guys? Oh, I'll tell you. We had this running joke where Trump's really stupid. Not because he's a racist or something like that, but because if you really wanted to build a wall, he should build a dome instead. 100% chance of it working, right? And so that was our thing. We started putting sticky notes in this room everywhere over the course of the year. We would put it in places where our teacher would not find it for weeks. Just, like, all over the place. We would put it under desks. We would put it behind monitors. We'd put it inside of books, only for a chance for her to find it. And it was a great time. It was a pretty good time. The longer she couldn't find it, the better. And so it became this kind of running joke where we would leave sticky notes in her classroom that just said, "Build a dome." And so on this particular day, this nice teacher gave us these books filled with sticky notes. And we were like, you know what, we want to preserve the environment. We don't want to use new notes or new sticky notes. We can just use the old ones. We're helping the environment. We're not trashing things. We're just being great. So we accepted her offer to take the annotated sticky notes out of the books so we can repurpose them and build a wall or build a dome on every single one of them and then stick it up on all of the walls. It was something. We had so many sticky notes that we didn't know what to do with them. We only had an hour to put them everywhere. It was a great time. The substitute did not care. They did seem quite peeved at the end of it. They were like, yeah, this is they're gonna get in so much trouble. I was like, no, I feel like you're gonna be the one getting in trouble. In the end, nobody got in trouble. It was okay. But man, that was quite the senior prank, I'm gonna tell you. We ended up having sticky notes that said build a dome absolutely everywhere. It was on the ceiling. It was on the clock. It was on the monitor. It was all over the walls. And usually if it was on the walls, it was in a kind of pattern where it just like, we would make it so big that we wrote build a dome through sticky notes. And then on each individual one, we wrote the same thing. And then on another, like on a cabinet, we built a dome, like a literal dome made out of sticky notes. That's that's our sense of humor. It was a great time. Really miss it. I think the reaction of our teacher was great as well. We all could not wait until she talked to us the next day. We already knew we had hell to pay. But she actually took it pretty well. She came into that classroom the next morning. She opened the door, she turned the lights on, and then she turned around again to return her key, because she was using another teacher's key. Hi, Max. So she didn't even see the mess. She opened the door, she turned the lights on, and she turned right around. And then afterwards, when she came back in, she saw the conundrum of what happened. And then for the rest of the day, she had her students help her clean up the sticky notes. And that's what happened for the entire day. And then our class came. It was great. It was a great senior prank. We didn't really get any repercussions for that. It was pretty good. It was a good day. Don't worry, Tech Cub, I'm sure the day will come where you have to take out sticky notes out of a bunch of books and then put them all over your teacher's room. It's just a matter of opportunity, that's all. Oh man, it was so great. I miss it. Absolutely. So that's just one of the stories of that class. It's great. And let's talk about this drawing for a little bit. I've been just mindlessly drawing it. Paulina, that's like every day for our class. Hi, I'm trying to hit 100 million subscribers. Hey guys, this is such a sad boy. Can I get 50 likes? My boys. My boys. Man, talking about all these like experiences is so draining almost. You have to like really think about what you're gonna say instead of just drawing. I don't know how I usually do it. I think I'm a little rusty. Oh, hi Cloud, how you doing? But let's talk about this drawing for a little bit, okay? So this is a design for one of the main characters I wanted to make for this little idea with the death hospital. And I really like this girl a lot. She's kind of... I know that a lot of main characters have the kind of personality where they're kind of like not in the know, or they're too comedic, or they're just like get in trouble all the time or something like that. But I think she is quite the individual that can handle herself. And there might be another problem that I can hit on or something like that. She's a very capable kind of person, and I think the whole idea of this kind of, the concept design for this character and for the world that she lives in is that the people that work in this hospital have to kind of cope with the fact that the people that come in will never come out again, and that they have to be there to experience them in their last moments. That's kind of like the cool thing about it. The people that work there, I don't necessarily want as living people. They're not living, they're probably some sort or like some form of the afterlife already that is helping people, you know, go through that. It's pretty interesting. And I think like the caption for this death hospital is kind of along the lines of this is where people come to die. This is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Hi, Tamagotchi. Hello, Marks. Ooh, I got a thing. I got a message or something. You guys, want some music? Let me know. I don't know if it's like too quiet for some of you. You guys better be playing music of your own or else. Let's play. I'm gonna play some Demi Lovato again. You say. Have my moments, baby. That's just me. I wonder if Demi Lovato is copywritten. Cause I know. Well, yeah, duh. But like, I wonder if it's gonna take my video down if I play her. Let me plug in my earplug so I can play some music with y'all. Yeah, that's like the whole idea of a tech cub. That this is where people come to die. Let me see here. Oh, we got 27 people in here. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? Oh, you want me to play Nirvana? I feel quite, like, unsure about what to play, because, like, I'm fine with playing copywritten music, but I don't want that copywritten music to take this video down on accident. So I guess I'll find some covers of songs. Play Despacito. No way in hell, bitch. I'm sorry. Trying my best here not to. Let's play some Daniela Andrade. I wonder if it's copywritten. Yeah, we're gonna play some of her. I'm gonna just shift in my chair real quick. Oh. Oh, this song is great for this drawing. Just a little bit. Don't you think so? Love it. I don't think I'd want to go for that idea, Paulina, just because, like, I think that's already kind of a thing that's been touched on with a lot of people, but I haven't really heard of, like, a death hospital that's in the real world, you know, because, like, I feel like the purgatory idea has been overused to death and back a little bit. Like, you've got that one anime where there's the bar where people play games. Let me turn this down. And currently we're playing Daniela Andrade and her covers. Play Minecraft Mine Diamonds. Yeah, she has a really pretty voice. I'm gonna pull out another version of this drawing. I'm gonna just save this. Oh man, oh no. What am I gonna... I just realized I have... Okay, let me move my stuff around here. I don't know which one of these was the porn. Give me a second here. Oh, oh, whoa. So I'm just gonna move anything that I don't know what it is. There we go. That should be okay. I don't know which one of these is what. Please don't look. Put that away. There we go. Now I can actually go into my files. Yeah, Death Parade. That's the one that has the whole idea with the purgatory kind of thing. But it's not really... The idea behind this death hospital isn't that we are weighing the importance of lives and if they go to heaven or hell. In this kind of world, the idea is that this is kind of a hospital for assisted death. That's the idea. I like death. It's a cool concept too. Oh my god, kill me. Okay, I don't know where my thing is. Let me see. Okay, it might be in my other file. I'm just gonna try and find it. I don't really know where I put it. I think I put it in my 2018 files though. Here it is. You just click on it. I can't find it in here. Oh. Lights out, dangerous. Oh, bye, Galaxy. Like Reapers. Yeah, something like that. I feel... I don't know, it's like... Yeah, I haven't fully developed the idea yet, but I think it's really cool to have this kind of concept where there is this designated place where people choose to go to die. And just like kind of using that to delve into the stories of people and whatnot. You know? Yeah. Okay, let me see here. Trying to open up my nurse thing. And I'm gonna snip it so you guys see what the art is like. Bum, 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 yeah, there we go. Oh, I could have just, okay, delete. Can I delete this? Come on, delete. Close? Yep, there we go. My brother just threw a pencil at me. Hey, nice trash. Ultra Instinct. Favorite cartoon? I'm not sure, Guppy. Right now it's just a concept. It's just a concept idea right now. Yeah, so that's the character and her design, and I'm trying to just redraw it here. It's not quite good in frame, like here it cuts off a little bit, but I'm a little lazy right now. I won't change that too much. And my favorite cartoon, I don't know, I like a lot of cartoons. I don't have a certain favorite right now, although I guess I could say that one that I'm really excited to see the next episode of is Steven Universe, you know? I don't really have a favorite though. That one just left on such a freaking cliffhanger. I'm like, come on, give me another one. Do you copy paste frames or do completely frame by frame? I usually I do a lot of frame by frame. That's usually the style that I go for. After I finish drawing her, if I keep streaming, I'll go on and start, like, I'll go into animating or something like that, alright? Oh, and if you guys want me to talk about anything, like, you know, story-wise, I'm totally open. I can tell you any experience I've had if you need life advice, or you just like to hear about what happened to me with a certain topic, if I've ever experienced it or something like that. Go ahead, I'll give you a little story time stuff. So would it be like the underworld? It's easy to come in, but not easy to leave. I mean, I guess you could say that. It's not like I don't feel, it's not so developed that I have all those things planned out, but as of right now, I don't think there would be a reason for people not to be able to leave, but I do feel like once you enter, it's psychologically harder to leave, because those people that enter already want to die, and these nurses are not there to convince them otherwise. They're there to help assist them as they go through that. Oh, do I have advice for beginners? Use a program, an animation program, please. Like, please. Anything that is not like this right here. Okay, this right here is not frames, these are layers, and you are not able to easily switch between one or the other. Literally any program that lets you flip through those pages is a godsend, okay? Anything like that, that's my one big thing. I think beginner animators should at least invest in something that lets you flip through the pages, even if that's just Flipnote on your DSi. It's better than this, I believe. I think anyway. I know a lot of people do use Sci to animate, but it's, if you do want to be able to use it in a way that doesn't waste your time, I do think that having something with a better user interface for animation helps. Yeah. Hi, Fruit Loop. How you doing? Would I consider myself as part of the animation meme community? I consider myself part of the animation community. Just in general, I guess. I wouldn't really say that I'm part of the meme community just because, like, you know, last time I made one was a really long time ago. And I wasn't really doing it in the same way either. I don't really condone of the state of the whole community right now. I really do wish that there'd be more people doing their own thing. I do understand that it is a matter of being able to get your work seen, but I do believe that if somebody put the effort in, they'd have a much bigger chance of, like, having their content be popular. Although I understand that takes time, whatever. It's just, I don't like it because there's a lot of copying involved and not a lot of originality. Oh crap, I haven't played a song. Give me a second. Let me play another song. It completely stopped. Let's play this. Ooh, that's interesting, Kendall. I've never, like, I don't know how the whole thing works if you colored in Sci. That's interesting, though. What if it's like she worked at a hospital for people that have, like, tuberculosis or something like that, but, like, during the time where people would almost always die from tuberculosis? Oh, I don't know. It's more like assisted, like, suicide kind of thing. I don't know. I was watching Criminal Minds, and I was like, and like this whole, there was like this quote, something along the lines of "this is where people come to die," that really caught my attention. I was like, it'd be really interesting for there to be an actual place that had that kind of mentality. You hear that slamming? That's my neighbors. Are there any more characters in the Death Hospital? This is the one that I'm working on right now. I created her. But I do think that, you know, there's gonna be more characters than this, obviously. I think she's gonna be one of the heads, I believe. She'd be one of those people that's in charge of a lot of things and helps people do what they need to. Do you have any tips on staying motivated with animation projects? I eventually drop things I work on. Well, you know, I don't feel like a very productive person right now, because I'm trying every day to work on animations, but you know, a lot of people, an average work day is 8 hours, 7 hours to 8 hours, and I don't feel like I'm hitting that nearly as much as I want to. So it's quite sad, but like, I believe that there are ways to improve that. So what I do usually is you gotta keep yourself motivated with, like, kind of see animation as a kind of thing that you only use your hands on, and so your ears are completely free, and you can kind of get bored working on something and not doing anything else, because it is something that takes a long time that you can't, like, look away from. But I think that's like with everything. But I guess the perk of animation is that while you're animating, you can still have your attention on something else. Now, I know that Richard Williams would shun me for saying that, but the fact of the matter is that in this day and age, a lot of us do multitask. And so, if you're used to it, if it helps you, then it is good to keep doing that, I think. And so, what I do is I listen to audiobooks when I animate. It helps me stay in the mood of animating, it keeps me engaged, even if what I'm drawing is a little mundane. And if you're not into audiobooks, then you can also listen to podcasts. There's an app called Scribd if you do like audiobooks, and it does have quite a bunch. If you're looking for something a lot more popular, I'd say like keep looking elsewhere, but Scribd does have a pretty big selection. If you like Warrior Cats, go like listen to it there. But I listen to a lot of things on there. There's a lot of business related audiobooks on that site, as well as fictional ones, and it's really interesting. I like listening to those. If you do want like some suggestions of what to listen to, it would be like for me, the ones that I've gotten through, I've listened to the crap, what's it called, it's the one that they adapted into a movie. I can't remember it. Let me look. Let me look at what it's called. I forget. I swear to God, I'm dumb. I'm so dumb right now because this is super easy to remember, and I'm just not remembering it. Ahaha? Ahihi? What is it? Come on. Ready Player One. There you go. I'm so freaking dumb. I forgot the name of it. But that's one that I got through completely. It was, like, you know, it still got those, young adult kind of themes that can kind of bug you, but it was really interesting to read it. If you've watched the movie, then, you know, it's completely different from the movie. I'll tell you that much. It's so different from the movie, that if you, you know, if you just went ahead and read it, it'd be a completely different experience than what you watched. Then I've also read through the entirety of, what was it called? The Pretty and Ugly, let me think. All the Wonderful and Ugly Things, I think. I read I listened to an audiobook called let me just make sure that this is what it's called. Yeah, All the Ugly and Wonderful Things. That's another one I listened to, which is, it's a little bit more sensitive of a topic. If you guys are not interested in listening to it, completely understand, but it was really interesting for me to listen to. It was like about this girl whose mother was OCD, basically. I think she was. Yeah, she had a thing of, she was like a neat freak, and she had to have things clean all the time, except, I don't know, it was weird. She had a really big fear of bacteria, basically, and so, in a way, she kind of abused her children. She was also kind of in the drug industry, which sucked, and, it's just kind of a story of, like, these horrible things that happened to this girl, and just, like, she also develops a relationship with a much older guy. He's, like, 20 years older than her, and she was only she was really young at the time, but in a way, he was, like, the only person that was ever there for her. And so, even though it is quite the questionable topic, it is really interesting to learn how it came to be like that. So, you got a few things. Those are a few things that, like, you know, keep me motivated. There's audiobooks. Do exercise. Exercise if you can. Just, like, do yoga. Do yoga with Andrea if you can. She's great for getting you into the mood. I drink tea. I keep snacks by me to keep my mouth moving, because sometimes I feel like I should get up and eat when I don't need to. Yeah, let's see. What else keeps me motivated? Oh, Yeah, I think it's mostly those things. Hi Josh, how you doing? Let's see what else people are saying. What if in that hospital there were different doctors, nurses that would specialize in different suicide, like one could be poison, hanging, etc. That'd be quite interesting. I'll think about that. Like the side members is hopeless. Yeah, different people like different things to keep them motivated. I just like listening to audiobooks because for me I need to keep engaged. Right now I'm going through Harry Potter actually. Which is great. Maria, my friend, is really proud of me. She's like, yay, finally. She is going to become a wizard or something. I don't know what they say nowadays. It's been a long, long time. But I do wonder when like the next like book hit is gonna hit, or yeah, the next best book is gonna happen, because you know you had the whole thing with The Fault in Our Stars, you had the whole thing with 50 Shades of Grey, and I think the biggest was definitely Harry Potter, and I'm wondering when the next like big hit in books is gonna be, like a big series that comes out that everybody loves. Because I feel like it's been a while. I feel like it's been a while since a book like that has come around. Dude, I need to finish Harry Potter, and I started it when I was like 11 or 10. So, I've been procrastinating for 8 years. I think you're better than me. Oh, I can't talk. I think you're doing a little better than me, that's what I said. Oh yeah, let's listen to another song. Let's look at this. Okay. Was that one about the maze? Maze Runner? I don't know. Maze Runner was a long time ago, though. Maze Runner was there in the era along with, the whole thing where, Hunger Games. That was another big one, but that was 2011. That was 7 years ago. And Maze Runner came out around the same time, I would say. At the very least, I remember reading it before freshman year, I think. So it's been at least 4 years since the Maze Runner, I'd say. Oh, thank you, Chisa. You're so sweet. Mwah! Yeah, but A Series of Unfortunate Events is also really old. Like, I don't know what's in right now that's like really grabbing traction as a series. Ready Player One was like one big thing that happened recently, I believe. I don't know how long it's been about, but you know, it's gained a lot of traction lately. But even that is not a series, so I'm really wondering what is our next huge series gonna be. Let's put in our guesses right now. Let's guess what the topic of it'll be. You have to remember it has to be a young adult book or else it'll never gain traction. It has to have a male and a female lover. They have to hate each other but somehow end up by the end. That's the kind of story that they're looking for. Remember, the girl has to have cancer. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Horrible, I know. Love Simon, I guess, movie, but it's not really a series. I haven't gotten to watch it yet, mostly because every time I saw it in the theater, I saw it with my dad, or like I saw it while I was with my dad, and I was like, I can't watch that today, can I? So I'm hoping to see it like soon, like when it comes out on DVD. Oh, love this like clothing design stuff that I've been working on. It's really cute. actually might post them soon. Let's see here. The kissing booth, are you fucking kidding me? Die. Okay, I'm gonna pick the female has to be a loser but ridiculously hot. The kissing booth. Yeah, I heard 8th grade was really good. But I know that it's really limited for viewers to see right now just because it wasn't released anywhere as far as I've heard. I've heard that it was just shown at like a film festival or something like that, so it's not open to the public yet as far as I've heard. You can tell me otherwise. But I think that's the case with it right now. Can't wait to see it. I like the kind of angular style of this. They're both merfolk. Like mermaids? It's already a thing, H2O. What are you, stupid? Heather's was really good, but that's like in the musical realm. It's not in the realm of books. What if some patients at the death hospital like talk to the nurses about why they're there before they die? Yeah, that's the idea. The idea is that these nurses have to deal with kind of watching people die. That's the idea. The idea. Let's see here. What do we want to listen to? Crazy. Let me look this up real quick, see if there's a series that's like hot and popular right now. Would it? I don't even know. Famous book series. Yeah, it's like. I'm trying to think. Is there anything recently? Let me see. Hello guys, we had a little bit of a DC there. That's crazy. Sorry, I was supposed to look up best-selling series right now. Nancy Drew. I remember reading Nancy Drew. But I feel... Wow, Clifford the Big Red Dog was more popular than Twilight. I want you to know that. Huh. Yeah, let's see if there's any popular series of 2018. Popular book. Book series. Nobody cares about books anymore. I'm kidding. I feel like books are getting more popular just because they have Audible and all that kind of stuff now. I know I'm a horrible person. I'm just freaking looking at this. Although, you know what? My mom recently got into a series, starting with the book An Innocent Client, and apparently it's this like murder kind of criminal book, but it's a comedy as well. It's like a really funny, dirty comedy kind of thing, and I kind of want to get into that. That sounds pretty cool, but first I have to finish the Harry Potter series. I need to make those buttons bigger. So, like, the design of the nurse uniforms, I kind of want them to be a little bit, kind of like a dark theme to them almost. Like, I know that, like, here it's kind of pastel, but you kind of see that kind of influence of them being like death nurses with like little thingies on the ends and all that. And plus, instead of like a plus being here, it's an X. Oh, they're getting more popular. I want to read audiobooks, but but I have no months. Oh, okay. Well, audio or Audible is really expensive, honestly. It's like $15 a month just for one book. It has an animator. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna work only 8 hours in a month. That's my kind of feel. I'm like, that's not enough. So honestly, I just do Scribd, which is just, for me, it's honestly just $5 a month, and I get way more out of it. Although I think the regular price is $8 a month or something like that. If you're not a student, if you put in your student info, then it will be just $5. But it's pretty cool. I'm able to use that and use iTunes right now, total for $10. So that's nice. Some nice stuff. Let's listen to some more of her. Curious incident of the dog in the nighttime. There's a lot of great books out there. You just have to give them chances. Alright, so we got, we almost have the little frills here, and then we can start coloring it. Okay. I have a Minecraft Bible. What does it say? Tamagotchi? Scribd is like a audiobook library. It doesn't have everything in the world, but it has a really good amount of things on it. It doesn't have the Harry Potter series, for example, but it does have a lot of books. Hi, Mr. Stick. Bye, Mr. Stick. It's my VR chat friend. Alright, let's start coloring. Custom Jesus skins. Oh my god. Yeah, sorry guys if I'm quieting down now. Let's have another little story time thing. Tell me guys, what do you want to hear about? Do you want to hear about any life experience I've had? Anything you're interested about, learning about? Do I have a DA? No, that's a horrible life experience. I do, but I don't use it. Not anymore anyway. And I'm glad it's not in the public. Actually, but I'm just a lazy boy. I don't want people to see it. Let's put that layer down there. And let's start coloring. Let's look at those colors that I had. My colors are a little distorted because I took this and put it on my other laptop, and this came out a lot more bluer than purple. It looked more purple on my screen, or like, you know, a lavender, an in-between area, but not on my other computer. So let's Interesting. Just gonna take a little color thing out of that to use. And I wonder if I can clip this. Can I make it a clipping group for this thing? And then just color it. Oh, okay. That's what I get for that. Never mind then. That's fine. Can I do it now? Oh, nope. Okay. Never mind. Selection source, maybe? Can I do it now? Oh. Oh, I don't know. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I'll just put it in manually. Alright, you guys talked a lot. Let's see what you guys said. Do you know Minecraft, Steve? Stewed. Okay, never mind. Let's not read that one. For this death hospital thing, do you want to make a pilot thing to see how you like it? Well, usually when I make these, I like storyboard it first in a sketchbook and see how it goes, and then I decide whether or not I want to do something with it. What's my, I don't think I'm popular, so neither. I think Pork Soda got people to look at my stuff. I do think some other things also helped. But yeah, I don't know. People are weird, they like my stuff. I'm like, ooh. I met a lot of people while I was at VidCon, and I'm not sure how many of them actually watched my stuff, and which ones just came by just to say hi. So it's a weird experience. High school stories, maybe, yes, teach us your ways, Sugar. Some days I want to try customizing dolls. Weird life experiences. Let me think. Yesterday, a guy came up to me and asked me if I'd have sex with him for $300. I declined, and I didn't get any money. Sadness. But he didn't, like, keep trying. And that's a good thing, because I forgot that I had my pepper spray on me. So, yeah. Great experience right there. You wanna be me. It's the high school experiences. I don't know. Let me think. High school was just a trial run of what college is gonna be, basically. I'd say that's a really true statement, honestly, if you are planning on going to college, of course. Because there are a bunch of people that do end up, you know, never graduating from high school. Usually it's actually minority. You'd be quite surprised. Well, I guess it's not very surprising. But, like, at least in my high school, the amount of people that graduate, like, it's like 80%, but then about 50% of minorities never graduate, which really, really sucks. But I think that it still is quite a trial run for what high school's gonna be, or like what college is gonna be. And that's why a lot of colleges take into consideration your grades. If you are doing well in high school, it's not that they care about exactly what classes you are taking as much as they care about your work ethic. And college is a lot harder than high school with work ethics, because you don't have, and in a way it's also easier, I guess, because you don't have to go to school in college 8 hours every single day, but instead you do that out of school. Outside of school, you make up for what isn't 8 hours in a day, and instead you have 3-hour classes or something like that, but only like 2 classes every day and only 4 days of the week, or at least at my college that's how it is. And so what that leaves you is with a lot of responsibility to do your own stuff. So in the end, if you do get a taste of high school, even if those classes don't matter, they do reflect your skills at keeping up with work and trying to get through it. Yeah. Let's see what else people are asking. What if the main character changes his or her mind about dying and it turns into a whole Spirited Away journey? I don't think that was what the Spirited Away thing was about. Just putting that out there. And I don't think this is the type of place where people are trying to change the minds of people that are dying. Let's put on another song. I'm gonna start college in December. So right now I'm in between. What color should her eyes be? Do you ever get weird impulses to do stuff? Man, all the time. Whenever I play Fortnite, I'm like, oh, I want to buy that. And then I regret it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm that bitch. I might make it red. We'll see. Because that's a really, death color. Orange or yellow? Well, okay, we'll see. We'll see what color. I like the whole pink nurse outfit thing. So cute. I don't know if I'll keep the color. Because, like, there is, I don't know how much of a representation it is of death, but I do think it's really cute. Stories about people wanting free art. I actually haven't had a lot of experiences like that, so I'd be a bad person to talk about it. Mostly because I don't really put it out there that I do commission. I should, but it's not very high on the list of things I'm prioritizing right now, so it's quite hard for me to remember to put that word out there. Welcome back, word. Should be black. I don't know, maybe. Oh, that sucks, Tamagotchi. You should make a video about it. Purple is gonna be the hair color. Don't wanna let go. Don't wanna let go. Such a good song. Sorry if there's like a lot of background noise. It's my AC. Okay, bucket, come on, bucket. Ugh. Okay, got that filled in. Oh, and I finally figured out how to fill colors in on ToonBoom, which is great. Okay, I'm afraid to do commissions for multiple reasons. Do you know what the call to the void is? No, I don't. What is it? Have a pearl nose. There's no nose here. There's just a really sharp cheek. Yeah, it's a nose, whatever. PS, choose the eye color depending on if you want the eyes to stand out or not. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Come on. Why? Oh, I'm using the wrong tool. Okay. Teach me your way of the bucket tool and animation programs. Alright, just let me finish coloring this and shading it. And then I'll probably move on to animating. We can talk about that. I use ToonBoom, so if you don't use ToonBoom, it'll be different for you. And my skills probably won't translate, but I feel like it would be, I don't know, it's so weird because a lot of people do use animate and stuff like that, even though it's more expensive than ToonBoom. And I'm like, what? What are you doing? Why? Why are you doing that? Although I did hear that apparently they're bringing like $5 a year programs for students that use Adobe, but I think that only applies to schools that have it in the classroom. Yeah, it's weird. The lovers that went wrong. Gotta get used to these tools. I'm using a different version of Psy, so like I'm getting used to all the tools being reset. Alright, let's see what it says. Yeah, it's a really good song. Hello, just looking for some drawing streams that need some love. Oh, thank you, Moopuff! How you doing? The call to the void is basically when you get the urge to like jump off a high place. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I heard of it. I forgot that it's called the call to the void. It's a really cool name for it. Let's see what eye color we should go with. Do we want to go with yellow? I don't think yellow gives off that impression that you're like dealing with death and stuff. So let's see here. Red maybe? Not this kind of red at least. That's too much color, I think. Something more like that is better, I think. Let's see here. Now if we can blur it. Oh god, what did I do? That's not a blur tool. They took out the blur tool for whatever reason, so I'm just getting used to it. It's better this way. All the beginners can start to use other things. I don't have a lot of people that inspire me. Ooh. Yeah, sorry. And thank you so much. It's really amazing when people say that I'm their inspiration. I'm like, what? Okay, weirdo, if you say so. Yeah, I like red, although I think I need to kind of highlight it so it stands out. Come on. Oh. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. Looks pretty good. I'll do, that will do, pig, that will do. Alright. Thank you, dude. You're so sweet. Let's see here. Don't bring traps into my server. Bad boy. I'll need to work on my lag stuff because it does seem like it is lagging, but it needs some fixing. Quite sorry. Oh, hiccup. Really, but a hiccup nonetheless. I'm falling for you. So cute. I love this song. Is there a really big buffer? Oh, I don't know why it's doing that. Give me a moment here. It keeps like changing between green like all the time. Let me see if I can change my output. I don't know if putting up the video bitrate would make it worse. I'm not quite sure. Let's I'm gonna change it to 3000, see if it helps it. If it doesn't, does that make it worse? Yep, that makes it really bad. Okay, settings. Does that make it better? Yeah, I don't know if this is actually like showing if it's good or not. Give me a sec here. It says my stream health is okay. This is scaring me down here. I'll leave it as it is right now. You guys tell me if it sucks more. It does seem a lot of people are leaving. I don't know if it's because my internet sucked. Okay. I'm just gonna finish this, and I'll end the stream then. Also, I'm going to New York soon, which is real fun. Yeah, let's go back while we're finishing this. Let's talk about one last experience or something like that. Get us all in the mood. Let's see here. know. Let me try and think. I guess the only other thing I can right now think of is like we had this whole rivalry thing with another table. Hi Zoe. Hi Max. Yeah. Hi Max. Had an experience in high school where we sat next to, my friends and I sat at a coffee room which is only allowed for seniors, and there was this whole group of people that came in and they would always steal our seats. I mean, we were a little late to the party, but I'm telling you right now, like, this is a free-for-all. They cannot steal our seats. And see, they were all girls and we were all girls, so we all were just like very passive-aggressive towards each other. But they like took up 2 tables worth, and considering that this room was kind of tiny, like having that many people in it just kind of was like, what are you doing here? And we had a really big problem with them. We tried confronting them, but my friends are not very confrontational, and my friend Nadia was not there, so we couldn't do that. bad idea. Finally like cooled down, but it was so dumb because a lot of them were not seniors and they were just hanging out there and they were like, this is our fucking table, and we're like, you're a little bitch. That's how we felt. Magic wheel, we shall see. What is the experience we will learn? We shall turn. That's like one of the only things in high school that happened that's kind of like an actual experience I feel that would happen to anyone that thinks they know what high school's like. I don't know. I hear a lot of people talk about high school, but I don't really hear a lot of talk about it being like what they show on TV, and at least at my school it was nothing like they showed on the TV. So it was interesting, to say the least. Oh, I'm glad to hear, Zoe. Now let's get married. Any of y'all remember Build-A-Bearville? Remember that shit. I miss it. Where's my Build-A-Bearville now? I want to play my Build-A-Bearville right now! Can't believe this. You're great, Zoe. Let's give Zoe a little moment. Woo! Zoe did great. There we go. I think that's as much as I'm gonna color it and stuff. I'm gonna probably put a layer above it, clip it, and put another color in there. But that's about all I'm gonna do for this, and then I'll call it a day, I think. Let's see what color we want to put it into. Oh, that's kind of cute. It's a really cute color right there. I don't quite know what I want to go for. Trying to get in those pastels. Like, I think that's good for the eyes, and then I think that's good for the rest. So let's brush over this, or pencil over it. Oh, gotta get bigger things here. Give me some bigger boys. This was a triumph. Because we can. How do I change the color of the line art? I'm just using a clipping group thing. I just realized that I can do that, so I was like, oh, nice. That's at least how I fill it in with the fill tool. You can also just like preserve the opacity and go over that, but I don't know how good that is at filling it in with just a fill tool. So yeah. I'm wondering if I should make it the hair purple instead, like that, but it does seem that this is kind of cuter. I do feel like I should put a shadow there at least to make it a little better. Oh, without anything on that layer, it looks a little weird. Okay, let's see here. It's kind of cute, isn't it? White hair. Maybe I'll make that a little perk thing, like white hair twin, or maybe when she's mad or something, she gets white hair. I don't know. I'm glad for you, Zoe. Good on ya. This was a triumph. Know what we do because we can. I don't quite know what I want to do here. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm quite quiet right now. I'm winding down. After I get these shadows done, I think we'll wrap it up, alright? It's looking pretty cute, I think. Draw whatever you love, Tech Cub. I believe in you. You can do whatever your heart desires. I feel like I'm stuck. I end up drawing a lot of the same things, and I was wondering if you have any tips. Just try and get out of your comfort zone. Draw things that you wouldn't normally draw. You have to learn when you're doing this that you will suck, and that's okay, because sucking is the first step at being good at something, you know? I believe that that is a quote straight from Adventure Time. Don't worry about it. I don't know what my desires. Literally anything that you just don't feel comfortable with. The best way to get better at it is to draw it, you know? If you don't feel like drawing that thing, that's probably a sign that you should try drawing it, I think. If you don't want to draw backgrounds, perhaps it's because you're not the best at backgrounds, and therefore, perhaps you should give it a try, you know? Like, that's the idea. It's weird. Hi, Bumblebee. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually wrapping up in a little bit. I'm just trying to finish this up. Ooh. My stream is doing a little laggy lag. Hopefully it'll catch up. We shall see. My first choir practice, my new school, and it was really cool. That's great to hear, Zoe. It's looking pretty cute. For some reason, this freaking song reminds me of Maple Story. I just like feel like I watched a music video with this song. Things got comfy to us under the upper hand. She don't wanna go outside tonight. She flies to the motherland, sells love to another man. It's too cold outside for angels to fly. Alright, that's pretty. I think I'll leave it there. is it doing that? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Duh. Okay. There we go. Doesn't life come free to us? Under the upper hand, couple grams. She don't wanna go outside tonight. Okay, there we go. I know it's not the cleanest thing, but I really like it. Yeah. This is like, I also like it like this with white hair. It's pretty cool. Just give it a little bit of color in the background. I don't want it to be completely just white. Ooh, maybe not this color. The skin is that color. Let's see. Change the color there. White, yellow? Yellow. I like yellow. Nice. It's a nice boy. Nice color. Or maybe like off yellow. We're seeing. Seeing is believing. I like that one. That one kind of like stands out. And then let's erase it on the eye area. Yeah, there we go. And on this collar area. Beautiful. Yeah, let's just sign it. Let's try and find a good brush. Just use this one. There we go. A little messy signature. And also, I don't know, let's see if the pupils look cuter if they're like black, because I think I might go with black pupils. So let's see about that. I like it. It's a little bit messy, but I don't really feel like fixing it right now. So it might just stay like that. Yeah, I think I'll keep it like just like this. Well, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for watching, for enjoying it. I'm gonna leave it at this and I'll save it and I'll be out. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye guys.